All right, today you're working on writing equations of lines in slope-intercept form. So our focus today is writing in slope-intercept form. Now, if you do not know what is a slope-intercept form, then the resource that you can look into is your reference chart. You should have this reference chart in the back of your binder, and then you also get this reference chart on the day of the exam as well. Since we are writing linear equations, so you have to look into the section which is linear equations, so this section, and then I am writing, or my focus today is slope-intercept form, which is y equal mx plus b. So this is my equation over here. So this is my focus, slope-intercept form and y equal mx plus b. So this is my equation today to use. Now you are in my group A, so we are working using the Desmos calculator. So slope-intercept form is that y equal mx plus b, and we are simply using the Desmos calculator for our writing equations. All right. Now your first example says passes through the point. Write an equation of the line in slope-intercept form. So always read your questions so that if you don't read your question, you don't exactly know what you're doing. So I need slope-intercept form, which is y equal mx plus b. Simple as that. That's my equation. It passes through the point -8, -1, 12, 4. So first thing I do is I need to make a table. And I actually like to see my numbers in a vertical table. So this is what I'm going to do. First thing I'm going to do is make those points and put them as a table. So x goes on the top, y goes over here. X is -8, then y is -1, x is 12, y is 4. Okay, I have my table. Now, once you have this table, all you have to do is put that table in the Desmos calculator so you know the steps, plus table. And let's see. This is -8, -1, 12, 4. All right, I have these values. Now I need my equation, which is y1, that curly sign mx1 plus b. I put my equation and I see the line, the points are there, it looks good. Everything looks good. I have the slope, which is a decimal. So let's figure out the fraction for that. So type m in the next line. So the m is appeared over here. It's still a decimal. So I'm going to click on that button on the corner to convert it to a fraction. So there you go. I have my equation. So that's all I need to do. I have my equation written in slope-intercept form. All I'm going to do is just copy it down over here. So it should be y equals, slope is 1/4 x, and then b, y-intercept is +1. So there you go. I have my equation. That is how simple it is. Go ahead, solve example number 2 at this time by yourself. Example number 3, 4, 5, and 6 as well, because they all are table. So you should not have any problem with all of these. Make sure you are writing the equation every time, y equal mx plus b, and then copy the whole equation correctly. Try to stay neat and clean. Now the next is writing equation in slope-intercept form using a graph. You simply do rise over run for the slope, and the y-intercept is the point which I can see totally on the line. So I'm going to show you two ways. I can do in two ways. Okay. So first one is the rise over run, that you already know what that is. So slope is m equals rise over run. So m is calculated as, I'm going to find 2 points on the graph, and then I am going to see if I can. So the first point is here, and the second point, I have it over here. Now let's see how much is the rise. It is 1 and 2. I went down, so the rise is basically -2. So the rise is -2. And then I'm going to figure out the run, which is 1, 2, 3, and 4. I went to the right, so it is +4. All right, I have my rise over run. So the rise over run is -2/4, which is simplified as -1/2. Just use your calculator to figure out the value. All right, I have the slope. Now the y-intercept. So let's check our y-intercept. Y-intercept is where this line passes the y-axis, so which is this point over here. This is your y-intercept. And this y-intercept is 0, 1, 2, and 3. So the y-intercept is basically 3 over here. So B is 3. I have my equation. I have my y-intercept. I have my slope. So let's write the equation. My equation is y equals -1/2 x. Don't forget to put the x plus. It's +3, so +3. There you go. I have my equation. This is my equation. This is one method. Now the second method is if you can't really do the rise over run. If you can't do the rise over run, then I actually have to use somehow my calculator and figure out something, okay? So I'm gonna do the same thing. First, I'm gonna find 2 points if I already don't have 2 points, okay? So one point is this and the other point is this. Now make a table of x comma y for these 2 points. So the first point is this one. It is x is 0 and y is -1, -2, -3. It is below, so it should be -3. So x is 0 and y is -3. That's my 1 point. All right, so I have my 1 point, which is 0, -3, and enter that point on as a table. The second point is this point. Let's see what is the x and y value of this point. So x is 1, 2, 3, x is 3, and y is -1. All right, so I have my x value and y value as well. I have 2 points. Okay. All I need is 2 points. If you are unable to do rise over run, then this is what you can do. Find 2 points and then now use those 2 points and use your calculator from there. Sometimes these points are already given to you. So what you can do is you can simply use the calculator. Okay. I'm gonna refresh and there you go. Click plus table and I'm gonna enter those values 0, -3, and 3 comma -1. There you go. I have my table. I'm gonna put my equation y1 curly sign mx1 plus b, and there you go. I have a line which is similar to the one that I see on the paper. I can totally see it is similar. It's going down and it's passing through the y-intercept -3 and it is going upward positive slope. So yeah, it's nothing is wrong over there. Now I need the slope. Slope is that decimal number. Okay, now if you cannot figure out that decimal, simple, in your next line, click M because you need the slope. Okay, so type M, that slope is copied from the top, and now I still don't have a fraction. So click on the side over here, you have a fraction which is 2/3. So the slope is 2/3 and the B, y-intercept is -3. I have both the things that I need. Okay, slope is 2/3, so 2/3, and y-intercept is -3. all I need my equation now, y equals 2 third x minus 3, and there you go. That's my equation. I'm done. So if you can't do rise over run, that's fine. You can simply use this method as well. It should not be a trouble. The next part of the note says we are writing equation given a verbal description. That means I have a word problem and I have to identify my slope and y-intercept and write the equation from there. It says Parker babysits a family in her city. She charges a family travel fee of 25. So this is what she's charging one time only. Travel fee can't be charged every time. So one time charge travel fee is $25. So you have first information, which is B. Your B or the y-intercept is 25. The next says, it says plus $10 for each child. Each. Your keyword is each. This means this is where the MX goes. All right. So M is 10. So Y equal, my equation is 25 plus 10x. There you go. That's my equation. Now they want you to write a function. So you might actually notice this equation written as f of x, because f of x is a fancy way of writing y. So this equation could totally be written as f of x is equals to 25 plus 10x. And that's my equation. The next example over there is, it says a firefighter is climbing down from the top of a ladder that is 90 steps high. So that's your B, beginning value or starting point, which is 90. And he climbs down 2 steps per second. So that's your slope. Your slope is -2 per second, so -2x. I need a function. I write a function that can be used to find the number of steps left to climb down after x seconds. So my equation is f of x equals to 90 minus, because he's climbing down, minus 2x, 2 steps every time. So per second, 2 steps per second, so -2x, and that's my function. Your keywords, I'm going to write some keywords over here that you have for your slope. So the keywords that you use for your slopes are so keywords for your slope: each, every, per. These are the keywords that go with the slope. So if you see these words in your word problem, then that's your clue that, oh, this is where my slope or MX is. Okay, so go ahead, finish the remaining questions on your notes and finish the whole, finish every problem on this sheet.